In section 4.9, we talked about how to read and interpret graphs depending on what their independent and dependent variables are. If you look at example 1, you notice that your independent variable is time and your dependent variable is attendance. Now, question 1 reads, the graph below displays the attendance at the state fair over time. Describe the change in attendance over time. So what you want to look at is the different breaks in the graph. You notice that there are 4 different breaks in the graph. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. For each break in the graph, you want to describe using a sentence as to what is happening. So if I just kind of label it 1, 2, 3, and 4, I can describe each of the situations separately. Now, if you look at situation 1, as time is passing, your attendance to the state fair is increasing. So people start coming to the state fair. Okay. Now, in spot 2, notice the horizontal line. The attendance is not increasing or decreasing at the state fair. So the way that I can interpret that is no one is coming or leaving. Now notice that 3, we're increasing a little bit, which would mean that more people are coming. More people are coming to the fair. And because your line is going all the way down to the bottom, your attendance is decreasing. And because we're at a state fair, if the attendance is decreasing, everybody is leaving. Okay, so if you want to break it up like this and write your different situations as to what's going on in the graph, that's totally fine. If you want to write it all as a 1 or 2 sentences, that's good as well. Okay. If you look at example 2, give me a second here. It says the graph below displays the amount of gasoline in a vehicle over time. Describe the change in the amount of gasoline over time. So if you take a look, so we have a car, and our gasoline in our car is all the way up here, which if this is the amount of gasoline, I have a lot of gasoline or a lot of gas in my car. Now, in order for gas to decrease in my car, that would mean that I would probably be driving. And there's a lull here, which might mean that I stop, but in order for it to increase, that stop must be at a gas tank or a gas station. Because if my level of gas is, half full, and then somehow it increases, I have to fill it up. Whereas then I start to drive again. So the situation that is describing would be the gas tank is full. Someone drives for a period of time, stops at a gas station to refill their tank, and then continues driving. Okay, something along the lines of you're describing using sentences what each part in the graph represents. I made sure I stated something for part 1 here, part 2, part 3, and part 4. There are 4 different instances that my description describes.